meeting of the Town of Midwest in April 8th, year of our Lord 2026. Let's stand for pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, Sally, may we have a roll call, please?
Councilmember Mandy DeWitt. Here. Councilmember Kayla Callahan. Here. Councilmember Rick Province. Here. And Councilmember Raymond Clymer is excused.
All right, thank you. So let's get started. May we have approval of executive session minutes from March 11th of 2026?
I move to approve the executive session minutes dated March 11th, 2026.
Second?
Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, thank you. Motion is carried. So may we have approval of minutes for March 11th of 2026?
I move to approve the minutes dated March 11th, 2026.
A second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, thank you. Motion is carried. So may we have approval of the treasurer's report for February of 2026?
I move to approve the treasurer's report for February 2026.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion is carried. So now may we have approval of the budget report for February of 2026?
I move to approve the budget report dated February 2026.
Second?
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carried. Thank you. Okay, we'll move on to communications. The Natrona County open burning restrictions is in force right now, and if you want any information on that, we have this up here, so anybody is interested. And Governor Gordon, Wyoming built to lead. He has a report up here also, if anyone is interested. So let's move on to petitions, memorials, and complaints. We have Josh and Desiree Nielsen here requesting to live in a camper on the lot.
On what lot?
Yes, the Burke Street lot.
Burke Street,
Yes.
okay.
We, as you know, have invested and purchased quite a bit, and we'd like to actually be able to utilize them. And we know it is a rule that you guys have, but we were getting ready to, hopefully within the next month, be putting water and power on those lots. And it just, with all the kids that we have, and the school and the rec center, and just constant moving back and forth from Edgerton and Midwest, I just feel it'd be a lot easier. And then also working on our other endeavors and plans with the Shannon lots. I think it'd be a lot easier if we were just right there. Obviously not permanent, but until we get things in motion.
So, tell me, we gave Tom Smart a conditional use permit when their house caught fire, correct? And they were there until they got their renovations completed?
I'm not sure
Okay.
if we did or not. I
I
think
thought
we
that
did.
we did.
I think we
And
did
do you
too.
remember?
Or a variance even.
Yeah, so my thing is, yeah, it's a temporary thing, them staying on their camper, it won't be like a permanent thing. And they are building their house there, so how do you guys feel about them just staying there until their house is finished?
You guys, have a time frame that you're looking at?
We're hoping at least October, November. We don't really feel like doing another cold winter and the camper. I mean, this year it wasn't as bad, but I'm sure the next one is, we're not gonna get that lucky.
Staying it from now until October kind of thing, or?
October-ish, November, yeah. I mean,
So less than 12 months?
yeah.
Well, what if we entertained a 6-month
Variance.
variance and then we can revisit it
that would be probably a fair way to go, that way, kind of keeping with what we've got going, shouldn't upset anybody else.
And they are ready to be part of our community here.
Yeah.
They have been taking a lot of steps to get toward that ultimate goal, and their girls are constantly doing stuff within our community that requires them to be back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
When did you say you were looking at having water and electric?
I'm hoping we get Jamie scheduled maybe, first week or second week of May,
Oh, okay.
like within the next month, I'd imagine.
Is that what you're looking at, living in it once that's set up or right away?
Once we have water and electric, yeah, we wouldn't be moving and nothing over until,
And what are you putting on it?
it's a 40-foot travel trailer.
Essentially a tiny home. I wouldn't even consider it a camper. We've been living in it for 7 months. We've made it a tiny home, you know?
Been there, done that.
Yeah.
We need to make a motion for that?
Yeah, so,
I move to allow Desiree Nelson to set a camper on the Birch Street lot for a 6-month, time frame.
variance.
Which one?
Variance.
Which one?
Which lot specifically Dan's asking, because he's part of the zoning and planning, so.
So I think we had Rocky Mountain Power come out and,
666.
yeah, they put a stake where they would think it would be ideal for us to put like a power panel. And I think it was on the 666 lot. So I mean, as for the travel trailer purposes, less extension cords would be better.
Yeah.
So probably right there. Close enough into that, wherever we end up putting that power section.
That is crazy that lot is numbered that.
I know.
Yeah, 666.
That is unusual. Okay, I'm second.
All right, is there any other discussion on this? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion is carried. Welcome to Midwest.
Thank you.
Welcome in.
I do have a few others, I don't know if I need to be put on the agenda for the next town meeting, or if you guys will allow me to talk right now,
Or if we need to wait till after.
just like.
No, what do you have?
Also, as most of you might know, we have chickens, and we plan on having a business on the Shannon lots, selling chicken eggs, and all kinds of stuff. I believe the Midwest rule is 6 birds. I could be wrong on that.
Yep.
I would like to know if I can have some kind of variance for more than that, because 6 chickens is not gonna produce very much.
We're just looking for like the farm stand, you know what I mean? Like I am trying, any eggs that I receive from my chickens, I'm getting them out the door. You know, I've got people wanting to buy eggs, and we're just wanting a little bit more allowance than the 6 chickens that we have. Yeah, I mean,
I'm not sure if y'all have seen our coop setup, but it is very well maintained. I mean, that's not trashy. They are very self-contained and taken care of.
Is that going on that 66 lot also?
yeah, it would be, yes.
Yeah, we'd be bringing them over with us, yes.
So we definitely, you guys wouldn't be doing that till closer to May, right? So what we would need to look into probably is, the chicken coop permit, and whether it mattered if they could have more birds if they were having a business, because it's not them having pets.
Right.
And then does it become like a commercial thing, where it doesn't matter how many animals that they have?
I would say submit the permit, where we can discuss it, because
Yeah.
the issues is how many chickens, the other issue is how big the coop is allowed to be, and how many chickens can be in that size of a coop, so
Right.
there's more to it than
Yeah,
just.
so definitely come to the town hall, get that paperwork started, and then that gives us an opportunity to look into what we can do for you guys next meeting,
Okay,
as far as increasing your chicken limit.
okay.
Because we're pretty new to it, that didn't get passed, so I'm not as familiar with other more familiar with
I
them.
think there's room for variance there also.
Yeah.
Hopefully it works out. How many are you thinking?
How many are you wanting to increase to? Yeah, or
Listen.
listen.
To be completely honest with you, one chicken produces about an egg a day, so.
One egg?
One egg a day. And that's if everything's going good. You know, sometimes you might get one egg every 2 days or a day and a half. The way we're going as we speak with our 9 chickens over in Edgerton, we can't keep up. And so
The
I
supply and demand is not.
would like to think at least 3 dozen a day at bare minimum, which would be 36 birds.
I know we gotta look at this, but could another option,
I could have multiple coops.
could another option be at the, horse stables for that?
That's a little bit iffy. I mean, certainly they could have them out there, but that's not ideal to have them out where they literally could just be eaten, because that is like coyote country.
There's foxes around.
Yeah.
There would be a lot of.
It'd be a lot, and, yeah.
That's secure.
So, let us kick around the idea, and I'm gonna have to math out your eggs, cause wasn't ready for all that. But I think we could probably see about working with you guys.
Maybe even like splitting them up too. I mean, keeping some on Shannon and some on Burke. I mean, more than likely we're gonna have to get a second coop regardless.
Aren't the
So.
Shannon lots, commercial lots? Okay, we have some stuff to look into, but I believe that the Shannon lots are commercial lots. And then that would be like a business, so then that's when we would have to look at how many they would have to have as, or could have as a business. So, okay, let us look into that one for sure.
Love to support you, we just need to do our homework.
For sure.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, we might just have to have a town hall or something and just have everybody here to, and talk about it. See what the community thinks about it also. So that might work out. Okay, thank you.
Alright.
Okay, let's move on. We have a zoning permit here for, Dan Mays for 313 Watson Street for a roof. May we have a motion?
I move to approve the zoning permit for Dan Mays at 313 Watson Street for a roof.
I'll second.
Okay, is there any other discussion on this? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion is carried, thank you. Okay, we have another zoning permit, it's, from Rita Mayfield at 514 Peach Street for a roof. May we have a motion for that?
I move to approve the zoning permit for Rita Mayfield at 514 Peach Street for a roof.
Second?
Any discussion on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion is carried, thank you. Okay, we have another zoning permit for Riley and Mandy DeWitt at 553 Peach Street for a fence. May we have a motion?
I move to approve the zoning permit for Riley and Mandy DeWitt at 553 Peak for a fence.
Second.
Okay, any discussion?
I would just like to mention in that, I read through that, and just so we're clear, since it's a fence replacement, not a new fence, the height, I'm totally acceptable with.
Okay, any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Recuse.
Okay, all right, motion is carried. Okay, we have another zoning permit for Dave Ogden at 247 Lewis Street for a roof. Could we have a motion?
Go ahead. I move to approve the zoning permit for Dave Ogden at 247 Lewis Street for a roof.
I'll second.
Okay, any discussion?
Yes, we have to add a fee to that because he already built and did the roof without the permit.
Yes.
Okay, so.
There will be a fee added to it.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, we have a motion and a second, and is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion is carried, thank you. Okay, let's move on to officers' report, maintenance report, we don't have one this evening. Jamie's been pretty busy. That water line is just about hooked up, so we've been pretty blessed. Excuse me. Do we have a clerk's report?
Yes. So the council will need to appoint a voting delegate for the WHAM convention in June. At this time, Tracy, myself, and Rick are going. If anybody else would like to attend, please let me know. The deadline to have the voting delegates is May 13th. So I'd like to do a motion to appoint somebody at this meeting now.
I don't think I'll be here, so,
We're voting on Rick or I.
oh, okay.
Or-
She was looking
Whoever
at me,
wants
I'm
to
like,
be
I don't
first
even
and
hear.
whoever needs to be
Okay,
the alternate.
Okay, so, I move to appoint, do you mind who it is?
No, I really don't
Okay,
care. We should all point.
do you want to bring it forward?
Mhm.
Okay. Alrighty then. I move to appoint Tracy Sutherland as the official voting delegate and Rick Province as the alternate for the 2026 WHAM Summer Convention.
I'll second.
Okay, any discussion on this? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion is carried, thank you.
And we also have the Midwest election for one mayor and 2 council members has closed. Running for mayor will be Tracy Sutherland and Rick Province. Council members are Mandy DeWitt, Dan Mays, and Nancy Piestrick. The Meet the Candidate night is set up for April 23rd at 5:30 at the rec center. Also, I will start advertising for the summer supervisor position. I'll start posting that next week, and we'll start, the hiring date is May 18th. Application closing date will be April 8th at 4:30, so the council can decide on an interview date at the next council meeting. $15 an hour wages are figured out in this budget. If the council would like to raise the wages, it will need to be done in the new budget ordinance. That's all I got.
It'll be probably May 8th
Yeah,
instead of April
good catch.
8th.
Yes, it'll be May.
That's a date, I was like, okay.
Once I figure out what month we're in.
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
Interviews already happened, we just didn't know.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so let's move on to the mayor's report. I have a few things here. Okay, one of the communications up here is, on the table, is regards to the Natrona County Commissioners placing, order under the restrictions, fire order. And we had gone to the Wyoming Community Gas Forum in this last month, and it turned out pretty good. It was a lot of fun, and we got a lot of knowledge from it. And they gave us a check for $3,369.24. And I think we already have a place we're gonna do something with that. And we probably need to discuss the Salt Creek Joint Powers Board request for money to move $10,000 that was specified for the water line project to the general account for audit purposes. No motion is required, just approval to transfer. And these audit purposes is because we've gotten so much money from the state last year and this year, the audits are costing like $10,000 to $12,000 a year. So the 2025 and 2026, they're gonna hit us pretty hard on the audits. And so this is why Joint Powers is asking for that request for the $10,000.
And normally, they only have to have an audit every other year or every 2 years, I believe, until
Mhm.
there's a year that there is, state funding allocated,
Right,
which is this case.
yes.
Okay.
So,
So do we have approval?
I think so,
Yes.
yeah.
Everybody else?
So, Cindy explained it very well at
Yes.
the powers meeting,
Yes,
what
she
was
did,
necessary, so.
yes. Okay, everybody's in agreement on that, all right. Do we have an attorney's report?
No.
Do we have a code enforcement report?
Yes, we are down to 16 households for unlicensed pets,
All right.
and making progress on that, quite a bit of progress. The unlicensed and abandoned vehicles, we went from 50 when I started to 6. And unfortunately, there's some locations that have grown vehicles. Yeah, and the next phase for me is going to be looking at junkyards, basically. And then going down and cruising through the alleys and making sure the things are kept up and they didn't move vehicles from the front to the back.
All right, thank you.
On that note, there is an ordinance that allows a homeowner to have two.
Two vehicles.
So just to clarify for everybody out there on social media.
Yeah, it's, and the ordinance is within 2 vehicles out front. They can be parked in front, licensed, and everything is good. They have to be in working order. And then they can have 2 vehicles unlicensed within their property confines.
Okay, does anyone have any other questions? All right, thank you so much, James.
Yes.
All right, do we have a council member report this evening? All right, thank you. Let's move on to unfinished business, and we don't have any unfinished business tonight. So let's move on to new business. Woo! We have vouchers presented for payment. May we have a motion on those?
I move to accept the vouchers presented for payment.
My second.
Okay, any discussion on that? All in favor? Any opposed? All right, motion is carried, thank you. Okay, the mayor proclamation is here somewhere. Bear with me, it's gonna be fun. Maybe I stashed it here. No. Thank you.
She stole it.
No, I have 2 of them down here. I had it close. Thank you, Michaela.
You're welcome.
Okay, this month is Child Abuse Awareness and Prevention Month. Children are our future. No child should suffer abuse and neglect, and victims of child abuse and neglect are known to be at higher risk for experiencing post-traumatic stress disorder, depression, low academic achievement, drug use, juvenile delinquency, teenage pregnancy, and adult criminality. Every child is precious and deserves to grow up in a healthy, safe, nurturing environment, free from harmful effects of abuse and neglect. And an established 800 children in Wyoming are victims of abuse and neglect each year, and affected children abuse intervention and community prevention programs succeed because of partnerships created among community members, social services, and law enforcement agencies, schools, churches, businesses, and civic organizations. And each April, Child Advocacy Centers of Wyoming, the Children's Trust Fund Board, Prevent Child Abuse Wyoming, Wyoming Citizen Review Panel, the Wyoming Department of Family Services, the Wyoming Office of Attorney General, Division of Victim Services, the Wyoming GAL program, the Town of Midwest Wyoming, and other partners join together in an effort to prevent abuse and neglect through outreach, education, and intervention. Now therefore, I, Tracy Sutherland, by virtue of the authority vested in me as mayor of the town of Midwest, Wyoming, do hereby proclaim the month of April 2026 as Child Abuse Awareness and Prevention Month. In witness hereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the official seal of the town of Midwest to be affixed this 8th day of April, 2026. That is my proclamation. So,
I move to accept the mayor's proclamation for Child Abuse Awareness and Prevention Month.
2nd.
is there any discussion on this? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion is carried. Okay, at this time, this is the first reading of the annual budget ordinance 2025-02 and annual appropriation ordinance for the town of Midwest, Wyoming for fiscal year ending June 30th of 2026. May we have a motion?
I move to accept the first reading of the annual budget ordinance of 2025-02, an annual appropriation ordinance for the town of Midwest, Wyoming for fiscal year ending June of 2026.
I will second.
Okay, any discussion on this?
So I just want to point out, this is the first reading of the budget ordinance, so these numbers are only preliminary. There will be a lot of changes for the next budget since we are waiting on numbers from the state and Salt Creek Joint Powers Board.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion is carried, thank you. All right, we've got business taken care of, so we'd like to open the floor for anybody for a public comment this evening.
I got two,
Sir,
I think, yeah. One of them is Mr. and Mrs. Nelson, what they brought up with about the chickens. If that goes through, you're gonna open it up to everybody else that lives in the community.
I would say if it becomes a business.
Okay. Well, what, guess, might have read that wrong, okay. Like say somebody they live here but own property here, can they put it on that property? If they don't live on it?
No, and that's something we have to kind of talk about. What we were talking about with them is how it would be if it was a business, moving it to the commercial lot down there. I
Okay.
believe that those are commercial lots.
Okay, then-
Right?
What you're asking, Dan, I believe in the ordinance, it says that they have to be placed on the property that you live on.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why I was asking. Well, I wasn't, somebody else was.
Oh, and they aren't aware yet, they haven't went and gotten our packet, so I don't even think that you guys know yet what we outline here in our community, but that's what I told them to go get it for.
Okay, then my second one is Mr. Mayor brought up about having a Casper police officer be assigned for out here, which was about 4 meetings ago, I believe it was. And never heard anything else about that.
yes, and I had talked to the chief there in Casper, and he is willing, and everything, we went through Warm and everything worked out real well there, but then he got to looking, because he was going to be offering his officers overtime to come out. And so we were gonna get that all figured out, and he got a hold of me and let me know that his personnel in Casper aren't even taking care of the overtime that they have for him there in town. So there's no way they could do that. Okay, this floor is still open for a little bit more public comment. Anyone?
I just have a question. This year is the anniversary of our country, 250 years. Are we going to do anything as a community on the 4th of July?
Well, we really don't have any place to shoot off fireworks unless it's right down here over the hill. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because we can't shoot off fireworks on BLM land, and we're surrounded by BLM land.
Right.
So we really can't shoot off fireworks. So I don't know if the community's going to get together and do something, I really don't know, it's not been brought up. But there's so many other communities doing something, there's a lot going on, bar none is setting off fireworks, it's gonna be unbelievable this year.
I
And
know
so is Casper.
Fort Casper is, I'm a member of the Marine Corps League in Casper. And Fort Casper is doing a veterans event on the 4th. So, that's the reason I was asking.
Okay, thank you.
I think it would be cool. I mean, maybe see a feel around about getting people together and see how they feel about putting something on. Or reach out to like maybe one of the people who are doing things within the community and see if they can help you out.
Okay.
And see what, throw some ideas out there. Anything that gets everybody out to celebrate together is always a good idea.
Sounds good.
All right, the floor is still open for any public comment. Okay, no more public comments, so may I have a motion for adjournment?
I move that we adjourn the council meeting.
I'll second.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Bye.
Any opposed? Motion is carried. Thank you for coming. This meeting is over.